Welcome to Exam Results 101. What you need to know as parents, carers, and guardians. Here at the National Careers Service, we offer free and impartial information, advice, and guidance to help people with decisions around careers, learning, and training, supported by qualified careers advisors. During the exam results period, we run a helpline for young people and the adults supporting them to offer support and information during what can be a stressful time. We've put together some tips on preparing for results day as a parent, carer, or guardian, and how you can best support the young people in your life. In the lead up to results day, have a conversation with your young person about how they feel. They might be worried or anxious and may show this in other ways. Be there for them, be available to talk to them, reassure them, and help them understand all the options available. This can be helpful for both you and them in terms of planning their next steps. They might have a preferred next step in mind and be waiting for a certain grade or result to secure a place on a course or apprenticeship. It's important to remember that if the grades aren't what they expect, they still have options. Talking Futures can help you with having these types of conversations with the young person. They have some excellent resources on helping you start a conversation with a young person about their future. We have an advice page on our website aimed at parents, carers, and guardians with tools and resources that can help. You could work through our assessment to help your young person discover their skills and what careers they may enjoy. Together, you can then explore hundreds of different job profiles to give them an idea of what is out there. Each job profile also lists what qualifications are needed for the role and what training routes are available, like if there is an apprenticeship. This can help with planning what path the young person might want to take. There are lots of ways to support young people for results. Help them to look after themselves, like getting plenty of rest. This will help them deal with the day much more effectively. Help keep things in perspective. There can be pressure on young people to see this day as either a success or a failure. Remind them that this isn't the case, and while their results may relate to what they do next, they don't decide what they can achieve in the future. This is one step in a longer journey, so encourage them to look positively at the bigger picture. This day is the culmination of many years of hard work, and young people may have a range of emotions. It should always be marked and celebrated, regardless of what results your child receives. While you may have your own hopes and a sense of what success looks like, it's really important to try and see the results your child receives from their perspective. If they're happy, you should share in that feeling with them. Similarly, if they're experiencing feelings of disappointment and loss, make sure you empathize with them. Resist the temptation to share stories of the results of other family members or what others have done on results day. Instead, keep the focus on your own child. This is their unique experience, so avoid comparisons. Put them first. Although they may need time and space to work through their emotions or work out their options on their own, let them know that they are not alone. If they need some support or advice, they can ring the exam results helpline on 0800 100 900 and speak to one of our careers advisors. After receiving results, your young person may need to go online to accept an offer, look at alternative options, or think about their next steps. It could be helpful if they have charged their phone and laptop, have pens and paper ready, and have useful websites to hand or favorited on their computer. For example, the National Careers Service, or UCAS. Do they have a plan of action for what to do if they get the results they want? A plan if they don't get the results they wanted? Making an action plan for the day will help them feel prepared. Having a plan for multiple eventualities could help reduce panic or stress. Advise them to keep their results slip safe, as they will need to take this with them to enroll. If a university place or job offer is dependent on getting certain results, have the number handy so that they can call them on the day to see if they're still willing to accept them. If applying to university, It could also be useful to read up on the UCAS clearing system in advance. Universities will have their own clearing helplines to ring to see if a place can be offered on a course, so having a list with a few options to call in this eventuality can be helpful and reduce stress. Schools, colleges or sixth forms may have an allocated careers advisor to talk through different options on results days and for the days following. You can also speak to our careers advisors over phone or web chat. When your child receives their results, they may be faced with unexpected decisions. Encourage them to think through the options carefully and not to rush the decision. Give them the time and space to process their current emotions before attempting to move forward. Talk together, but perhaps also encourage them to seek a range of opinions to help them decide what to do next. This might be from friends and teachers who know them well. Remind them of their existing support network. Whatever their results, your young person has options, so if things don't go to plan, don't panic. If they have their heart set on a particular course, it can be upsetting having to suddenly think about alternatives. The door isn't closed though. There are far more education, training and careers options than most people are aware of. There's rarely only one way into a career, and it's not all over because we need to start thinking about other opportunities. Don't forget about the Get Help with Exam Results Careers Advice support from the National Careers Service, where a trained advisor can offer support and advice. As mentioned previously, if they haven't got the grades needed for the course, education, or training that they've applied for, their first point of contact should be with their intended place of study, as exceptions may occasionally be made. Some universities, colleges or apprenticeships may allow students to join with lower than expected qualifications, either on the course applied for, or a different course, or to retake their exams to achieve the intended level. They can also appeal their results, so they will need to contact their teacher and ask how to go about this, or check to see if there is an appeals process on the school's website. If the results are better than expected, they can speak to the course provider to see if there are any new options available that may interest them. Clearing isn't just for people who miss the grades or university place. They can go through clearing with better results than expected and see if there is a different course or university that they can now get into. Whatever your young person's chosen path of study, there are nearly always backup options. Would they consider a different sixth form, college, university or apprenticeship? If they're set on studying A-levels but didn't get the results required to get into sixth form, look at local colleges to see if they offer subjects of interest which may be offered at a grade lower than sixth forms. Our website has an entire page dedicated to exam results. It has all the options at post 16 and post 18, and information on things like appealing a grade, using clearing and resitting any exams. There is also advice for young people with special needs or a disability on their education choices. The page has resources and links through to mental health support for young people, like Childline or Young Minds, if they are struggling. Our careers advisors will be available before, during and after results day to support you and your young people. You can contact us through the chatbot on the website or by calling the exam results helpline on 08001000900. Our social media accounts will be sharing useful information throughout the exams period, and you can follow us on X, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram.